Good afternoon everybody dear students. So we will start with the chapter hydrocarbons. So when you consider hydrocarbons, they are mainly considered as compounds made of carbon and hydrogen only. Sometimes we can also consider derivatives of carbon hydrogen also. They all are comprises the term hydrocarbons. So when you consider hydrocarbons, we can define them as compounds of carbon and hydrogen as well its derivatives. We will be having a various applications in our day-to-day life of these hydrocarbons. Very first, we are making use of LPG. We all know LPG is daily used in our routine for cooking purpose and various other purposes also. LPG stands for liquefied petroleum gas. Liquefied petroleum gas. Similarly, we can also make use of CNG, compressed natural gas. Compressed natural gas. Okay, then we have LNG, liquefied natural gas. We will be calling as liquefied natural gas. Liquefied natural gas. Fine. So likewise, we also have petroleum. We make use of various gasolines and other side products of the petroleum. Petroleum generally extracted from the earth crust, and we will be having various side products which are exclusively considered as hydrocarbons are going to be derived from the petroleum itself. Example is gasoline. Like that, we also have coal gas. Coal gas is generally prepared or synthesized by the destructive distillation process. So DD stands for it is destructive distillation process. With the help of destructive distillation, we can prepare coal gas. And lastly, we supposed to understand regarding the classification. Whatever these terminologies or these points we have understood here, all are comprises the daily life applications of these hydrocarbons. Okay, so this is all about the classification part we have seen. Now let us understand regarding the importance of the applications we have seen. Now let us understand regarding the classification. So when you consider classification part, they have been broadly categorized on the basis of structure. They have been mainly categorized on the basis of structure. See, hydrocarbons, firstly if you consider, they have been classified into aliphatic, or very first category it is open chain structure. Open chain structure. Aliphatic or open chain structure in the sense they all are said to be straight chain, open chain. There will be no ring type of compounds present. I will explain here one by one. Let me consider very first one, which is said to be aliphatic. Said to be aliphatic or open chain compounds. So when you consider open chain compounds, I will be considering the example. When you consider example, it is like this. It's a combination of carbon, hydrogen only. So these all are hydrogen atoms which are directly bonded to carbon. So these are said to be straight chain compounds. In this straight chain compounds, again they have been categorized into two types. These straight chain compounds have been categorized into two types. So saturated compounds and unsaturated compounds. Saturated hydrocarbons are nothing but they will be having carbon-carbon single bond. And likewise, we also have unsaturated compounds in which we will be having hydrocarbons with two or more multiple bonds will be present. Say example, if you have saturated compounds if you consider, okay, you will be having carbon single bonded compounds. These are the examples. Likewise, if you consider unsaturated compounds, there will be a presence of multiple bonds. So see here, CC double bonded compounds we may have, or we may also have CC triple bonded molecules also. So whenever you have unsaturated compounds with a multiple bonds, they have been categorized to. If at all you have only double bond is present, then they are said to be alkenes. They all are referred as alkenes. Alkenes are also called as olefins. Alkenes also called as olefins because they are oil forming type of compounds. Then I have second classification, that is under unsaturated compounds itself we have second classification, alkynes, wherein carbon-carbon triple bonded molecules lies in this category. So these are referred as alkynes. Okay, so this is the one way of classifying the compounds based on their structure. Likewise, we also have second broad category which is called as cyclic compounds or cyclic hydrocarbons. This is the first category. This form I have written here, aliphatic compounds which are also called as open chain hydrocarbons, in which I have saturated and unsaturated. Saturated comprises carbon-carbon single bond. Unsaturated compounds comprises presence of multiple bonds. If two bonds are present, they are called as alkenes, also called as olefins. Then I have carbon-carbon triple bonded molecules. They are referred as alkynes. Now we have to check out second part of the classification, which is referred as cyclic compounds. Let us understand cyclic compounds. Under cyclic compounds category, I have broad category of two. So let me consider here cyclic hydrocarbons. Cyclic hydrocarbons have been again categorized into two types, which is first one, which is said to be alicyclic. Alicyclic in the sense they will be having a bond, as a cycle or ring in their structure. Alicyclic hydrocarbons. Okay. Then I have aromatic hydrocarbons. Aromatic hydrocarbons. See here, alicyclic hydrocarbons, if you comprise, they are going to have a bond, that is the ring like compounds. So this is the example. Okay, I may have, this is said to be 6 carbon atoms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is called as cyclohexane. It is called as cyclohexane. I have 4 carbon atoms, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is called as cyclobutane. Okay. Then I have aromatic compounds. All the aromatic compounds are generally comprised of benzene moiety. Benzene will be the parent molecule for aromatic compounds. In aromatic hydrocarbons, again there will be a presence of benzonoid compounds and non-benzonoid compounds. This classification we also have seen in the chapter Basic Principles and Techniques of Organic Chemistry. Aromatic hydrocarbons broadly categorized into two types. Okay, one is benzonoid type and other is non-benzonoid. All the benzonoid compounds will be having benzene as a parent molecule. So benzonoid compounds will have benzene as a parent molecule. This is the example. Benzene I have taken here. I have non-benzonoid hydrocarbons also. Non-benzonoid will be having a structure somehow like this. There will be a presence of multiple bonds. They show aromatic property, but the thing is they do not resemble benzene. So they are called as non-benzonoid compounds. You don't worry about these non-benzonoid compounds. We don't have any study regarding these. Up to aromatic compounds, we will be understanding the detailed classification, their properties, preparation, everything in the chapter Hydrocarbons. So this is all about the classification of hydrocarbons we have understood. Next we are supposed to see what are the main subcategories, that is alkanes, aromatic compounds, the saturated compounds what I have taken here, these are generally referred as alkanes. Okay, these will be possessing certain formula, and here we have unsaturated hydrocarbons which are said to be alkenes and alkynes. They will be possessing a characteristic property as well as a peculiar formula. We will understand them one by one. Just copy this, we will move to next.